7 o'clock. Do we have a motion to open our meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, good evening. We are open. This is a meeting of the Finance Committee. It's Wednesday, June 10th, 2026. This meeting is being audio and video recorded. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, folks, I'd like to welcome Pete back
The rumors of my demise have been greatly exaggerated.
from knee surgery, back, and let's finish what we started. It's been a long haul. This is pretty late in the game. We're not usually this late in the game, but I don't think there's any other Finance Committee meetings to have after today, so we have to get it done today. Jamie and Adam, do you guys have any relevant information for us to give us prior to us taking up any votes with the remaining budgets and articles?
The Board of Selectmen approved their budget tonight. They approved the final draft of the warrant tonight. There is one article that Town Council returned that has been this afternoon late, that has been redrafted. It's the Fire Department Repair Fund. I can read it to you folks. I don't have copies because it literally was as we were going into the meeting. But it's the same intent, we're just not doing a special fund. It'll just be a regular article. And other than that, the board voted to include in the warrant, but not take up as of this point, because negotiations are not complete, the three collective bargaining articles. So those will be in the warrant, and if the negotiations aren't complete, they'll be passed over.
Okay.
Very good.
And do you want us to go through the approved budget that the selectmen approved tonight?
Well, we've already voted on a lot of the budgets already, so I don't think we need to go over the ones we already did. What I'd like to do is take up the ones we haven't voted on. So if you want to give us those, and then we'll take up each one as we go along.
Okay.
You want to do it that way?
As long as you tell me which ones you haven't voted on.
I've got the list that we voted.
Yeah, I've got some too.
Why don't you run the list you voted for me, and I'll tell you if the selectmen changed anything.
Okay. Ready? Reserve?
Selectmen changed to 100,000.
Moderator?
No change.
FinCom?
No change.
Legal?
100,000, no change.
Okay. Concom?
All right. Concom is no change.
No change. Thank you. Soil Board?
No change.
Board of Appeals?
Board of Appeals, no change.
Weights and Measures?
No change.
EMA?
No change.
No change.
17.9?
Yep.
Board of Health?
Board of Health is 162, 136.
Okay, so that was like a $27 difference. Okay.
Yep.
Streetlights?
No change.
Ice and snow?
No change.
110. Forestry,
No change.
No change.
veterans.
No change.
Now I have to read my handwriting. I think this says recreations, 25,225.
No change.
Park,
No change.
historical,
No change.
miscellaneous.
No change.
Can't read my handwriting.
Regional?
Regional,
Region-
3861.
Regional.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cemetery,
7,325.
7,325. No, it's 375. 7,325.
Correct.
No, that was an increase already included in that. Debt,
That dropped. 327,575.
sorry.
327,575.
Okay. Right, those are the ones that I have here.
Is your debt number the same?
No, it used to be 423, 380.
Just out of curiosity, how did our debt number drop?
That was when you were reviewing it. Where did you catch that you realized that was fell off?
One of the debt exclusions was down.
So it was just something that we had
It
in one
just
number.
fell
and
off,
it-
yeah.
Yeah.
That's, we like that rather than going up, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Well, I want to think, wasn't the school one?
No, we already paid off the
School one was paid back. We'd have to get back to you on that one,
Okay.
but we did double check that.
It's good. Sorry, Sue, didn't mean to.
No, I mean, I've got the list. I think that was also held, but I don't know if somebody else can verify. I just realized.
DPW highway, I don't think we took that one off.
Hold on. Well, the first one I have is elections. We held elections.
All right,
If I'm going based on the account numbers.
All right, town meeting elections.
I have
Yep.
that.
Approved budget is $32,851.
Okay.
And the reason is increased added elections this year, it went up 18,571.
Do you want to vote as we go? Do it?
Yeah, why don't we vote on each one, if there's any questions. All right, so is there a motion for town meeting and elections at the amount of $32,851?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, so it passes unanimously. All right, so the next one.
Select board?
Select board?
Select.
Yeah, that's what I
Mhm.
have next.
Okay, so we didn't take up select board.
Nope.
All right, let's do select board.
Select board, 229,310. A decrease of $23,090. Part-time position eliminated.
I'd make a motion.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Since there's no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, Board of Selectmen budget at the amount of $229,310 passes unanimously.
I have town accountant next. Kristen, is that?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
The accountant? 267,800.
An increase of 3,394.
Contractual? You know offhand?
Change of duties, I believe. was-
Yep. An increase. of duties. Sewer and water, and especially water in the last year has been over there when we don't have a business manager right now.
Sorry, Jamie, you said it was an increase of how much?
3,394.
Unless,
Yep.
Over fiscal year 2026 request?
Correct.
correct.
What I'm looking at shows it's 267,837 was the fiscal year 2026 request.
Mine showing 264,
What's that?
406.
That's in the book. See, I'm looking at this. over
Oh,
here.
you're looking at
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
I
I'm
think this
looking
is-
at what Sue's looking at.
I'm looking at this,
Oh.
of the detail.
I think this is the updated one though, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So how can the
264,
fiscal year
406.
2026 request
Where
be
did you
different?
get that? Was it in this
It was,
book?
yeah, the very front.
Why would that be different?
The request for
It's
the
on
the budget,
First page.
Yeah, so this is showing the fiscal year 2026 request as 267,837, which is why when you said there was a $3,000 increase, I was confused. Because I'm looking at the
Just
detail.
inspectional services, one underneath, further down.
for town accountant,
Yeah,
No, I think Sue's talking about the bottom line.
the bottom line,
yeah.
what bottom line do you have? 264, 406?
267,837.
Yeah, that's.
That
what was
doesn't
on.
reflect the change, the original change in the assistant accountant salary. That's been increased. The budget request,
Yeah.
But I think we're looking
Didn't have
at
the assistance increase,
2026.
Just has it tied it in.
So the
Which would
sheet
say
that
that
we
this would
had
be an even bigger number, and
2026.
says that that's not an
right?
increase of
was the
3,000.
original budget request.
Okay, for 2026.
I mean, you're
Yep.
saying this one didn't
Okay.
have it in, that number.
So then
had it in.
this-
It was
sheet
subsequently
Doesn't
increased.
have the final voted budget then from last year, right? That's
That's the, I guess,
the question.
yeah.
I guess we don't know what we're looking at.
yeah.
That is, I believe, the final budget number, but subsequent to town meeting, it was increased.
Okay.
And it's been a
Okay.
transfer.
But the number I'm looking at is 267. The number you're saying it used to be was 264. That's not an increase, that's a decrease. That's what I'm confused by. So when I'm looking at current year ask to prior year ask, it's not a good number for me to be looking at this then.
If you look at the offsets.
Yeah, but there's still the bottom line is that. Yeah, but when you look at there,
Your FY '26, it says,
FY '26 request says 267,837
that.
in this column,
Yep.
right? I mean,
yes. is
fiscal
that
year
the-
request, thank you.
Is that a new or old form?
That's old, but that's old.
Is
No,
that
this says it's dated May 18th, right? Is
Right,
that what you're-
2026.
Right.
Yeah.
She's just wondering where the change came in, because the numbers from what we were
The
given back a month ago.
26 numbers is,
How do our 26 numbers change? That's locked and loaded.
I went through them all to
Okay.
verify everything, so it could have been,
So which one is correct?
What I would do
This
is,
one or
I
this
260.
would just call it a scrivener's error and we'll look into it
Okay.
for the
Jamie,
time being.
yeah.
the FY '26 accounting number, bottom line,
Is the 264, 406 for FY '26.
it's 264, 406.
FY '26.
Yeah, and what do you have?
Listen,
Well, that's what I have on here.
Yeah.
No, what does Sue have?
Sue
Oh,
has
sorry,
two-
for what? Fiscal year '26
Yeah.
request, 267,837,
That was on May 18th.
May 18th, 2026.
267.
You can look at the,
267,837.
you might, if we look at the details, it might show, like, you know, if you look at them side by side, see what the difference was. I know I went through all of them again.
This is this is an updated final figure for 264. It might be an error in the first round.
Okay,
And it goes to 267,827.
okay.
Hopefully none of the other budgets have those, the stuff that we voted on already that have come back and changed since
There's only a
then.
few of them, since.
Since we voted on them?
I'm gonna
We
ask
voted
for,
on
I'm
those.
gonna ask for a motion based on what Sue and I just went back and forth on for the changes on those,
Okay.
after we get done this.
Right, but the question is like, okay, we got a Scrivener error on this.
No, but
Is
it's
there
of
any other
last year.
Scriveners that have
It's on last year's,
It's last year's numbers that are.
last year's numbers, not this year's numbers.
It's the delta.
It's not gonna, yeah, it's the delta that
Okay.
may be
It's the
different, it's not
delta,
You
gonna
know what
affect our
I'm saying,
budget.
right?
Yeah, no, I
No,
hear
we
you.
went through, we checked these like several times, the chairman did. I checked them 2 or 3 times, the revenues and the expenses. The budget's fully balanced. It's just the delta number, I could have
Yeah.
put a
2027
formula or-
number is
you know what I mean, something
solid, it's
Okay.
26. But I always,
I'd
I
have
mean,
to
that's a
look at
starting
the-
point for me to look at is,
Right.
okay, where's?
I'd have to look at the background
Yeah.
Okay,
to see, because our number for 26 is lower than Sue's number.
yeah, and that's the, okay,
We don't really need to vote on that because
No.
we didn't vote on the budget, so.
Yeah.
So accounting is 267,800.
All right,
Yes.
so do we have a motion for accounting at 267,800 for FY '27?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, so the accounting budget is approved unanimously. I believe the next one would be DPW highway. I don't think we took that one up.
988,697.
okay.
What about, on the back side of that one is
Treasurer.
treasurer collector.
Yeah.
We had a hold on that one.
We got to hold on
Yes.
treasure collector.
Mhm.
You have 293,217.
293, 217, delta of 9510.
Yep.
What was the increase?
There you go.
The cost of processing
And the debt.
the debt. There was a discussion amongst the finance people because we had been charging it in the past to the debt line, and DOR had said that we should be charging the legal expenses for processing the bans to the treasurer collector's office.
So this offsets some of the decrease that we had in debt.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Makes sense.
Is there a motion to approve the treasurer collector budget for the
Motion.
amount of $293,217?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, so the treasurer collector budget passes unanimously. All right,
I had technology too, that we held.
technology, okay. All right, let's do technology.
Yep, I have that too.
Held.
Yep.
254,587.
So an increase of 10,872.
Correct.
And that was due to like contracts, upgrades.
And licenses, et cetera.
Most of those licenses, if I remember, when we first looked at it.
And we worked this budget, I think, 2 or 3 times after it was presented to you, decreasing it.
Yeah, it's tough to decrease technology. That just goes up.
It's really the town decreased every budget they could, then went back and decreased a number of them a second and third time to get to the level we got to, so we could offset that and give it to the schools.
I make a motion to accept the technology budget as presented.
All right, we have a motion.
Second.
We have motion and a second. Any further discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, the technology budget passes unanimously.
Board of registrars, next.
That's what I have too.
39,462. The increase is because of the added number of elections.
Okay, that's, yeah.
I'll make a motion to accept that.
Second.
We have motion and a second. I don't think we need any discussion on that. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, the registrar's budget passes unanimously. All right, next, what do we have next?
Police.
Police.
Police?
Police is $3,100,060.
3100060.
Yep,
It's for
for an
an
increase of 139,795.
yeah, so that's not, I wouldn't consider that a big increase considering it's a police budget.
Mhm.
And considering what we were looking for originally.
Right.
Stuff.
I would imagine they had to make some cuts to that.
Some of it was expenses, others were postponing cadets, et cetera, like that.
Midas.
And it looks like the original request was what, 3 million, almost 3.4 million?
Mhm.
Mhm.
We worked with the chief on it to get it as far down as we possibly could while upholding public safety in Acushnet to the best of our ability.
I just feel bad. At some point, something's gonna happen and we're gonna be left so short-handed because, what is it now, 3-4 years? We've continued to push them back. And I understand we have to do it, but when it comes back to bite us, everybody's gonna be jumping down our throats. Why didn't we plan for this? Well, we did.
So we have no vehicles.
We have one vehicle in the
Yeah.
capital.
Free cash.
From free cash.
Yeah, I think that was.
I don't like to do it, as you know, but one vehicle
Yeah.
from free cash.
That wasn't to make up for last year?
Mhm.
Okay.
No, it was the year before that they cut, and then we put it back in last year.
In October?
We put one in October.
October, okay, so the one that, the article that we already voted on was for the one for this year? Okay.
And if you notice too, we're trying to be as creative as possible, like if we get some, let's say if the police department needed some officers in New Bedford, let go some of their officers, where we don't have to provide the academy training, that we're optimistic, I mean, but we'll have to wait and see, but that's
Yeah.
why you see some of those changes there relative to the academy training, because that can be quite expensive for.
Yep.
There are a number of layoffs going on, both in municipalities and in the sheriff's department, and they're all academy trained.
I should have said New Bedford, et cetera.
And you know what, if you're coming from a city and you have a chance to work in a small town, that may be a welcome relief for some of them too.
Looks like we also dropped overtime, so we know that's a fake number.
Well, we took the blizzard into account and that attributed for about 20,000 of overtime, and that was a one-off, so we're hopeful.
You hope?
I'm hoping, yeah.
We did.
Don't we usually get rain out here?
We did cut it down below what we originally wanted.
Because when you look at what we've expended in the past, that doesn't cover it.
But we also have had some vacancies in the past.
That we needed to fill, and
that
that went
we
into
filled.
overtime. And then if somebody retires, we're gonna be back to that position.
If someone retires, we plan to fill it.
Fill their position,
Yeah.
if we can.
Well, like, I think like Adam said, when there's vacancies available, that's probably attractive to some officers
Especially
in
with
neighboring
our
towns.
detail,
Or,
right.
you know, like a New Bedford or, you know, wherever, where, you know, they want something a little lower key.
Well, I mean, you see it all, just Fairhaven just shot down their override.
Yeah.
I mean, these other communities, we made it work. Some
Mhm.
of the other ones, they're really struggling. I mean, their deficits are so, it's crazy. So they gotta figure out their budgets.
Well, I credit the finance committee.
They're very helpful.
Always, always.
We've run a tight ship here for what, so 20 years, right?
16, Ava's 16, so 17 years from now.
It's all
20
Mr.
for me.
St. Jean. He's done it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Bob's been every position over.
Yes.
What was it
Chairman.
like back in 1912?
Very nice. It was a lot simpler back then.
We had to remove the cobblestones and put in crushed stone.
Hey, we weren't worried about technology line items back then, right?
So true.
All right, so did we make a motion on that?
No.
All right,
No,
so-
I make a
don't
motion.
think so.
All right, so we have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second on the police budget at $3,100,060,000. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, police budget is passed unanimously. All right, what do we have next, Kristen?
Inspectional services.
170,477.
So just a
Yep.
small increase.
And if you notice, we transferred around like we discussed prior to on the inspectors.
Yes.
All right, so we only have a $2,588 increase on that budget, very small.
Make a motion to accept the budget as presented.
We have a motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All right, being no further discussion, of the inspectional services budget at $170,477. Everyone in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, inspectional services passes unanimously.
Got DPW, highway.
DPW Highway, 988,697 for a decrease of 25,159.
How are we able to achieve
Yeah.
that?
Part of it is having people who retired work part-time and just looking at the expenses and really parsing them down.
Mhm.
I believe paving was reduced.
That was reduced in
Oh, was that the other?
the revenue.
It's rare to see a, DPW highway budget decrease, but we'll take it.
Take it now, deal with it later.
And we're also getting that fair share money coming into for roads, which is helpful in addition to our regular state aid for the
And
roads.
and PJK,
Yeah,
that impact has yet to hit, so when that hits from the host agreement.
When is that supposed to?
Well, we've gotten money from them, we just haven't, the board hasn't voted on what projects they want to get
Oh,
done
okay.
yet.
All right, so do we have a motion to approve the DPW highway department at $988,697?
I'll make a motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, the DPW highway budget passes unanimously. And what do we have next?
Pensions, I think.
Pensions.
Did you approve CMAS?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
We haven't done CMAS yet.
I don't think we got through in their book yet. Maybe we'll have their book.
CMAS was after DPW and the account numbers.
Your book, you're going, budget by budget.
No.
I'm just looking at my
Um,
papers from last time.
Yeah, I
We're
don't
going
have
by,
CMAS.
we're going by the ones that we haven't voted on. I don't have my notes with me.
I thought you were going through your book, so.
I was just going down the list in my mind of and
That's what
DPW
I'm
highway
doing on
and
here.
CMAS.
I kinda remember which ones we didn't do, for the most part.
But if you did CMAS, it's gonna change.
I don't have a printout for CMAS.
No, I don't seem to either.
So we
It's-
didn't get
it's
that
on here.
budget.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
last
yeah,
time
we didn't
we
get
didn't
it.
have those numbers because it was still being negotiated.
Yeah, I don't
From
think
the
we, I don't think
18th.
we did see.
All right.
No, we didn't.
Then Adam should explain what happened and take a big bow.
Okay.
Well, I want to thank Jamie because she actually got the bid package out.
That's Jamie Lynn.
Is- I kind of came in after that, but the board put me to do the bid opening. The selectmen just voted this evening to award the contract to Harvey Services. They're going to be doing the town's trash and recycling pickup. They're going to honor the same exact schedule we currently have with waste management. So the only thing the residents will see is the truck will change. Automated pickup, everything else will stay the same. And we ended up saving $110,000 there. So that was a big, that's what helped us get to Acushnet Public Schools. We were able to get because, quite frankly, that was a huge savings for the town. And I think it's good that we're getting this information out there since the selectmen voted to award it. And they're also going to be sending out that newsletter to mailing to the residents as well. So effective July 1, we'll be having Harvey picking up our town trash and recyclables at the same schedule.
Is that a
How
3-year?
long was the contract?
5-year.
5-year.
5 year at the same rates?
They slightly go up each year, but it would still, I believe Mr. Menard said it was about $540,000 worth of savings by going to Harvey over the 5-year period.
No, it's a big deal, good deal.
Pal, awesome, thank you guys.
Well, thank you.
Have you changed anything in the specifications at all, or was it just?
Nope.
Oh, so.
Well, and Jamie wrote up most of it. She did a good job with it. We actually got hit with a bunch of questions towards the deadline. And what we did is we actually extended it because we had to do some research, get all the information out to make it as transparent for all bidders.
Right.
Because you can't just, as you know the
No.
rules, you gotta provide it to all. So we extended the time frame. That's why you didn't get the final results. And then we had to bring it to the selectmen for award. So I think it's good news for Acushnet residents.
Sure.
And they'll continue with the trash pickup. The selectmen voted, so all around a big win. Something to be proud of.
So the bottom line is 1,248,500.
With a delta of -110,562. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Adam.
All right, so do we have a motion on the CMAS budget?
I'll make a motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, the CMAS budget is approved unanimously.
No, just put it.
You get a free recycling bin. You get a free recycling.
Let's see. I don't think we did water.
Okay? Water is $2,122,046. A savings of 33,701. And you can look at the lady at the other end of the room for being able to pull everything together and make sure all of the estimates and all of the numbers and everything were righteous. And Jamie Lynn Velasquez did a fabulous job.
So Jamie, I'm just curious, how were we able to save 33,000 when I thought I read today that they were going up 12% in their water rates for New Bedford?
The way it's been done is it would take the previous budgeted amount times 5%, not the actual amount. So every year it's just been carrying an extra. So
So we got rid of the extra.
we get rid of the extra.
Jamie did
So
a
it's a
very
one-time solve.
deep dive.
Right.
That's a you solution the past few years.
Yeah, but she did a very deep dive into actual usage over a number of years and went through the usage as far as water loss and everything else to make sure that we came up with realistic figures this time.
Outstanding.
Job, Jamie. All right, so do we have a motion on our water budget in the amount of $2,122,046?
Motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, the water department budget passes unanimously. I can't remember if we did fire and EMS. We didn't.
I do not have a printout.
That one
No, I don't
changed,
have a
then.
printout either.
That one
changed.
changed.
All right, so we didn't do fire and EMS, so let's do fire and EMS.
All right, fire is 1,303,963 for an increase of $92,039.
Plus 30,000 was moved from their reserve or receivable fund.
The EMS receipt into the revenue to balance the budget. And as you know, we're also creating a repair fund, which I have to give you the new wording for, from town council for 25,000. So if,
It's a wash post. Well, if nobody has any questions, I'll make a motion for accepting the fire and EMS at 1,303,963.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
I'd like the committee to know that both the police chief and the fire chief spent afternoons with Adam, myself, Jamie, and Kevin going through the two public safety, the public safety budgets to minimize the increases while preserving public safety. But this was an effort of DPW, police, fire, and the finance team here to come up with these cuts so we could fund more to the school budget.
That's a truly,
Yes.
collaborative
Right.
effort,
Mhm.
and I hope everyone out there that's watching our meeting, because I know they are watched, I hope people recognize what our town departments on the town side have done to help this town as much as possible.
And this isn't new. I mean, they've done this year after
Yes.
year after year after year. So,
Mhm.
I
Big-
mean,
Big sacrifices, all the way around. So without that, we wouldn't be sitting here saying we have a balanced budget, right?
Yep.
So.
Yep.
And realistically, like you were saying, it's year after year,
Year after
they're
year.
cutting their own expectations and needs
Yes.
out for the betterment of the town. It's admirable.
Well, how much longer can we continue to
We
do this
can't.
like this, right?
I'm surprised we could do it this year.
And we've been beating a dead horse with this. We've been saying this for the last, 5 years, right? This is not sustainable, this is not sustainable, and here we are. We scraped by this year, scraped by, to put it mildly. And I don't know, look what's happening throughout the entire Commonwealth, right? 54 communities asking for budget overrides. You know, and I hope all 54 say no. I hope they all say no, because at some point, the residents have to draw a line in the sand, the taxpayers, and they say, that's it, we've had enough of this nonsense and irresponsible spending at the state level, and we're not gonna take it anymore. We're not gonna just roll over and bail out these elected officials in Boston to make it easy for them. Hold them, they need to be held accountable and not just blame the federal government for all the problems, because they're part of the problem. They're a big part of the problem. And it's very frustrating, you know?
All of the town departments were motivated to make sure that the Acushnet Public Schools got more money than the exorbitant request from Old Colony.
The whole colony, it was high. 2 years in a row.
You know, you say we barely squeaked by this year. If I remember last year, we barely squeaked by and we had about 450,000 in free cash. This year, we're squeaking by and we have realistically nothing in free cash. So next year, I don't know what we're gonna do. But for this year, as long as we don't have any emergencies come up,
Hope the lottery system benefits Acushnet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hope the legislature listens.
I'm saying for vocational ed.
Right, thank you.
Okay.
Well, hopefully a leadership change in November too.
Mm.
That would be a good thing.
vote red.
All right, so next, I think on the town side, I think we've covered all the ones that we didn't vote on.
Did we vote
Actually, did we?
cable?
Did we do our reserve, did we do our reserve fund or did we hold that?
I don't think you voted on that.
Well, it is a change.
Right, and I think we actually held the reserve fund.
And
So
the
let's-
change is to 100,000.
Right, so let's do that. So the reserve fund is,
And then, yeah, and benefits and insurance.
Right.
Reserve was dropped 50,000 in order to balance the budget.
Yep.
it was dropped 50,000. I had a conversation with Chairman Gasper about this today. Historically, in the past, we've carried 100,000 in this budget anyway.
To the end of the year.
Right, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think we've only expended 90,000 through the present date today?
No.
Or is
it's
there,
still-
or is there 90,000 remaining in the budget?
Yeah, it's all.
Right, so there's
yeah.
90,000 remaining in the budget right now, the fiscal year is gonna be ending soon.
Yeah.
So, if you're looking at that, I think, we can,
We'll put money back in.
we can
The
do
Board
that.
of Selectmen and the Finance Committee have been very selective in what they fund out of the reserve account in the past.
Well, this is one of those things where we're looking for money, so we had to do that,
Yeah.
We didn't have much of a choice.
Can't be hypocritical and say, you guys need to make cuts, but we're just gonna spend it for you.
All right, so that was reserve fund. Kristen, did you mention another one? No?
Well, we need to vote
We
on
need to vote on it.
Oh, we didn't, okay.
Make a motion.
Sorry.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, the reserve fund passes unanimously.
Benefits and insurance.
Okay. So benefits and insurance,
2,763,369.
No, Jamie, I gotta ask, because I haven't been here in a few weeks, did we finalize our insurance?
Yeah, it's,
So that's with a solid number?
yeah.
What was our
And we
percentage?
went, we analyzed everything in health insurance. We increased, in health insurance, we increased, and I think you have that in your final book. We increased also in unemployment insurance.
What was our health insurance rate increase this year?
It was between 13.5 and 14. It was 13 point,
The rate
Yeah.
range.
has the unemployment insurance been adjusted enough to offset any layoffs that are gonna take place.
We hope so. And and what we've looked at the layoff list, and some of the layoffs, just looking at, I'm sorry, some of the resignations, just looking at the resignations, we think that those people very likely have jobs and so wouldn't be in, because they're resigning as of a specific date, and it looks like they're being hired the next day.
Okay, fair enough.
Good.
If you look at end of the month to the first of the month. I don't think, and we figured out our unemployment as the vast majority of certain category of teachers will be employed by September. So even if they're on unemployment, it would be for,
I'd just like to.
and I think Kristen knows those categories. STEM.
The increase of 157,000, that is actually pretty damn good.
From what
That's
we
why I asked.
started.
In this day and age of health insurance, this is coming from a health provider.
Right.
That's pretty good.
We worked with our broker, and they set us up with stop loss and reinsurance that we were, and you've met them.
Yes.
They work miracles.
No, they seem like a good people to work with.
That's why I asked about the rate increase, because the number wasn't as high as I was expecting. I thought we did better.
We
somehow with
started,
the single
we
digits.
started at 20,
Whew.
but we knew we were gonna work down, but, because the insurance companies give you a big number, big increase, and then you start to argue with them and tell them where to go or where you're going to go to get a better price. And our brokers did a great job.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I remember, I don't know, it was the end of last summer, I attended a healthcare forum, and there was one, after the session was over, I forgot what town it was, but the guy raised his hand, and he's like, we're gonna be facing a 30% increase. And he immediately darted over to the group that we're working with right now to start talking to them.
And it's good there. A number of them in this group are residents of the South Coast. So they know the towns here, they know what we're facing, et cetera, and they work with us to get to where we wanted to get to. It's still higher than what I wanted this year, but not much you can do.
No, but in the big scheme of things, it's very good.
I'll make a motion to accept the benefits and insurance number at $2,763,369 as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
I think we held the pension number.
We did. Yeah, I had that.
Okay, yes, you're right. Okay, health and benefits and health insurance passes unanimously. On to pensions.
2,173,760. The reason we held that was to make sure of the Medicare number.
And that's all set? Okay. I'm just asking because it still says
The
check
estimate's
Medicare.
all set right now, but that's, it's a number that I'm comfortable with because of the potential layoffs coming. It will be less because it's based on total salary, across the board salary in the town. 0.0145, right, Sue?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to accept the pension number at $2,173,760 as presented.
Second.
Any further discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, the pension budget is approved unanimously.
Golf, that was the only other
Oh, yeah, golf.
one I
Did we
had.
do library? I thought we held
I thought
that.
we did.
I
library.
thought we did library, I remember talking about it.
Well, if we did,
But
we
maybe-
changed.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, it's to do with the MAR number.
okay, so we did talk about the Mars number.
All right, the library is 309,889. It is so everybody understands, the MAR number is 309,173, so we're above the MAR number. The delta is,
4269.
4269.
That's,
Yeah,
we need
no.
So the increase is really just
They
to meet the
understand the
mark.
MAR number better than we do.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
increase was just realistically to meet the mark.
Yep.
So I'll make a motion to accept the library numbers at 309,889 as presented.
Second.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion on the library? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, so the library budget is approved unanimously.
Yep. Planning board,
Oh, yeah.
73,078. And that includes, after this board and the selectmen and the planning board all agreed to bring in a part-time assistant to the planner, a clerical assistant.
All right.
Good.
Everyone's happy with that.
After being on the master plan committee and knowing what she does without a planner this past year, it's about time.
Well, it's good because at the last meeting we had, we said we were gonna follow through with that, or Kevin specifically said that on the town floor.
If it wasn't working.
And, you know, it's always good to stick to your word.
As a former planning board chair and someone who is very proud at hiring the planner with the arrangement we have with Mattapoisett, is one of the rabbits out of my hat, Sue.
Jamie, just out of curiosity,
I'm very happy that you've done this.
what do we have her on the books for weekly hours? Or him or her?
19 and a half.
So, good, because I know last year we were looking at just trying to get 10.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, they
19
cut it.
and a half.
Good. Thank you.
Make a motion to accept.
Second.
Any further discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay,
What's it?
I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought, which,
Planning.
the planning budget is approved unanimously.
We're all here for you.
Animal control.
Animal control? Did we do
Did
that?
that, I think.
I think 64, 180, did you approve? I think that was changed.
Yeah.
See him
No,
listed.
it wasn't, it's, yes, on here, it's under accounting.
Yeah, ACO.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh,
now I know what that stands for.
oh,
Well,
there we go, I see it.
Yep.
Yep.
I'll ask for a vote anyway at
Okay.
64, 180.
I make a motion to accept the ACO budget as presented.
And as you know, we have to come in to you folks because the increase is,
1150.
yeah, but we had to come in on a transfer to you folks for dollars because of the increase in the dead animal storage.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so it's
Yep.
only, that's a nominal increase.
Well, it reflects what
Right.
the budget this year.
Exactly, and, you know, a lot of, residents don't realize that, our chief animal control officer, Rebecca Tomlinson, she does an outstanding job. She has to respond to things over the weekends, for
yeah.
residents. I've seen it firsthand, and just kudos to her, she does an outstanding job.
Last year she had a bear she had to deal with, right?
Was it?
Didn't it make its way from Powell Rapids across, it went across Middle Road, they had the.
Yeah.
I forgot about
Right,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was a couple of years years ago, right?
Right by your
Is it a-
house.
Right.
Two? I
Yeah,
thought it was last year, but maybe it was
Yeah,
2 years ago.
It landed
yeah,
up.
in that
near,
neighborhood.
Repweld, wasn't it back there or
Mhm.
somewhere over
Yep.
there?
Yeah, but I know it crossed across
Right,
Middle
came
Road,
over
right around
by
Waits
Mays
Dairy.
Lane, Yep.
All right,
Yeah,
do we have a motion to approve our animal control budget?
So moved.
Is there a second? Second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, animal control budget is passed unanimously.
I think the cemetery might have changed, I'm not sure, but the lot, and the number we're looking for is 7,325.
Yeah, I noted that as a change
Okay.
to what we had approved, yes. That and
Okay.
debt.
All right, so we have a motion for the cemetery budget at 7,325.
Make a motion to accept.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, cemetery budget is approved unanimously.
Town buildings.
Town buildings, 232,435.
Just an increase of $252.
Yep.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Town buildings budget is approved unanimously.
I think we approved regional, right?
Yeah, we approved regional.
Yep, regional's done.
So Old Colony.
Well, before we get to the schools and the debt and
We
the
haven't done golf, we haven't
enterprise,
done golf yet, yeah.
I'd just like to read this. The following accounts were decreased. CMAS, Reserve, Water, DPW, Board of Selectmen, Assessors, Town Clerk, Board of Health, and Council on Aging. The following accounts were level funded at the previous year. Board of Appeals, Concom, EMA, FinCom, Forestry, Historical, Miscellaneous, Moderator, Park, Recreation, Snow and Ice, Soil Board, Street Lights, Town Council, Veterans, and Weights and Measures. So if anyone says that the town departments did not pull their weight in this budget process,
Mm-hmm.
where we knew it was going to be a very difficult year, I would ask them to look at those departments that either took the same money as last year or decreased their budget from last year.
Right, so in total, $298,000 increase amongst approximately 45 departments.
Of which insurance was $157,580 and pension was $85,077.
Right, so that took up the biggest amount, and those are fixed costs.
Yep. And you remember, the fixed cost budgets are not really town budgets, even though they're considered town budgets, they're joint accounts.
Yeah, and realistically, 20 for elections, which we have no control over either.
Yep.
Yeah, in total, that's less than a 2% increase, right, for the whole town.
Yeah.
We got saved by the trash.
We all did.
It's a big deal.
We all did, our trash continues.
Okay, the Acushnet schools, we have a budget of, bottom line of $17,139,645, which is an increase of $450,000.
2.7%.
2.7%.
That's reasonable, I think. I mean, it's not what they wanted. It's hard to keep up in schools, 2.7%. You know, it's good. It's better than what a lot of other municipal school departments received.
As you know, we're one of those districts that gets the minimum.
Right, the whole harmless, right?
So I'd like a vote on that.
I'll make a motion to accept the Acushnet schools at 17,139,645 as presented.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. I would just would like to say, you know, it's great when all the departments can cooperate and work together. And, you know, hopefully, you know, the school recognizes all the hard work that the town has done. We recognize them as well for making the cuts that they have. And it's very appreciative by us, and I'm sure the residents as well. And hopefully, everything goes accordingly during town meeting.
We have had nothing but cooperation from the school administration when we told them we were trying to get up more money from the original $175,000.
That's great, because we're all on the same team,
Yep.
you know?
And Jamie, you avoided the pitchforks.
Hey,
All right.
I've been avoiding torches and pitchforks all my life, and so did my ancestors in Salem.
All right, so we do have a motion on this?
Even though they were
There's a motion.
charged.
Yeah, it was already motion and
second.
seconded.
Second, yeah.
You just
Okay.
stopped to make it.
All right, all in
voted.
favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, school budget passes unanimously.
Old Colony, $3,653,624.
So that was an increase of 410,102. That was where they started, that was their original increase, and they, you know, there was no adjustments made to that.
No adjustments, almost 13%.
I apologize, I wasn't here for the Old Colony presentation. What's driving their increase? Do we know what's driving that large increase?
I think we figured out half was increase in students
Increase.
based on when they count, right,
Mhm.
because it's the prior
Okay,
year.
Right, right.
Yep.
And then the other half is budget, Kristen.
Did they have an increase in
Contractual.
busing?
They increased salaries by what they said was
Market rate.
market rate. From what I understand, not having seen the line-by-line budget that the Christian schools gave us at the depth, but there were increases of 3 to 5%, depending on the position.
Yeah, and those
Which
kids,
includes step, right? That includes raise and
Raises,
and step.
no, that was COLA.
That was just.
That's,
mean,
okay.
yeah.
When you said 3 to 5%, 5% cost of living adjustment?
For some,
Yeah, he's not talking about steps. He's just talking about the COLA, right?
mhm.
So the increase is really more than that when you count the step.
Well, I think some of the ones who got COLA don't get steps under the high COLA.
I mean, those types of increases will not be sustainable going forward.
Well, I think it's important to recognize that. That's why I wanted to point out the nearly 13%.
Mhm.
Because we have to, the regionals play by a different set of rules. Where the locals, you know, we have just statutes are different. Like this whole thing with the project follows the regional statutes where they could bypass the selectmen
And town meeting.
and bring it right to the people. Because, you know, I don't want to digress too far off this, but the chairman covered this today. And if that project were to be approved, they would have no choice but to do a debt exclusion.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really say no.
Debt exclusion,
Yes.
like Lakeville had to do.
Well, and theirs did not pass.
Well,
No,
the
the debt exclusion for the
You're talking
regional
about just the
school is different from the one that did not pass.
Right, that was a Prop 2.5 override for their operational budget that
Right.
failed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
understand this is
if
different.
if it's under 16N,
69, yeah.
if the vote passes for the regional high school, or VOTEC, then you either have to take the money out of money raised through a debt exclusion, or you have to take the money out of your budget through the levy.
Yeah, we can't do that. There's no way on earth we could do that, taken out of the budget, so it would have to be a debt exclusion. So that's where the residents have to, you know, make their decision, you know? So they have to go back and do the math, you know, look at the calculator and all that, but then also, you know, factor in, you know, future operational expenses as well. So those are all things that I think need to be taken into consideration.
I think one thing we gotta point out too, no matter where you stand on it, is if the vote doesn't pass, as it didn't pass last time, when the bills come in for repairs, it's not like we have an option of not paying the repairs for it. So we're gonna run into the same thing if it's a large repair, of either passing a smaller debt exclusion or finding it in our budget, and we know there's no room in the budget.
But at least you have the choice of doing that every 3 years.
Yes.
And revisiting it, and it's not all in one lump sum.
No.
That's gonna like hit the taxpayers like a ton of bricks.
Yeah, the
So
only reason
that's-
I'm bringing it up is because
Mhm.
on social media, you have people think that,
Oh,
well,
don't even-
we'll just say no, and then there's no.
Look, I've seen a lot of
Yeah.
the commentary, and a lot of it is, there's a lot of misinformation on some of that stuff. You know, the bottom line is the taxpayers have to decide for themselves.
Because the project, if it were approved, it would come through your assessment. That's how you get hit with it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So did we have a vote on Old Colony yet?
Do we have, all right, did anybody make a motion?
Do
I'll make
I-
a motion to accept the budget as presented for Old Colony at,
410, 102.
no,
No,
3653624.
Oh, I was looking at the increase. I'm sorry.
3,653,624, please.
Second.
Any further discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, the Old Colony budget passes unanimously. What's next?
Golf.
Do I not see golf on here?
I think it's right at the bottom.
It's on the bottom.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
2,086,331.
For a reduction of 46,281.
Jamie, do we know what the reduction is from? I mean, every year we've had an increase with it based on money that they were bringing in, and I know they're looking at a clubhouse. So how is it that we were able to reduce?
I think there's some reduction in salaries of the part-time salaries. I'd have to look at the budget itself and some of the expenses.
Hasn't the debt gone down as well?
Yes,
The bond,
yeah,
right? So that's probably part of that
There we
too.
go. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, it went from 295 to 210.
Yeah,
there we
The
go.
principal on that,
yeah, I think that's.
so that's a good call.
Adam, what do we have? Is it 2 years or 3 years left on the bond?
Oh geez, I would have to look at
This
the
year
debt
and next
schedule.
year, I think.
That's what I thought, it was just 2 years.
Yeah, or less, I think.
Nice.
There's short
Yeah,
money,
because then I think right after that
1
is
year,
when they're
the
gonna
last year
Go
is.
into
For the clubhouse, yeah.
Oh yeah, last year Jamie's saying is even lower.
Yeah, it's, the last
Yeah.
year is like almost a partial payment.
Excellent.
And that's a good thing for the town, because I remember when the golf department was in here, and I mean, they could, you know, get to the point where they could actually help the town with some, you know, the revenue that they bring in.
Well, it's still gotta be based on the golf course itself, because it's a enterprise account.
Right, but if they open a clubhouse and sell food and drink, there's a meal tax on it right there.
Yeah, but the other important thing that I banged this drum, I think, a couple times before this committee is financially, the golf enterprise fund should not have to borrow through bonds to finance the clubhouse. Once you retire the debt that's there now, you can finance it through bands, which are cheaper, and you can still have enough in your reserve to do any capital money. And you can probably, in a 5 to 7 year period, retire all the bins.
Well,
Yeah, that would be terrific.
Yeah, because you do have low debt. I mean, for the size of your budget, very low.
And that's a credit to the operation of the golf course too, because, you know, the bottom line is if the golf course was not maintained and kept in good condition, people aren't gonna golf there.
It's
I
one of
mean,
the premier in
Yes.
southeastern Mass.
So, and that's where you're
And a
making money.
premier in a public course
I mean, they're
beyond.
solely making their money on greens fees, cart fees, all that stuff. You know, so if that course wasn't in good shape, nobody's going there. So credit to the staff that maintains that golf course. You know, Steve Tibbles does a great job there.
Sewer enterprise.
Did we
Wait,
No, they
make
got
a
more
motion on
involved.
oh, you gotta vote on
Yeah.
golf,
Alright.
yeah,
All
sorry.
right, so do we have a motion on golf department at $2,086,331?
So moved.
second.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, so golf department budget passes unanimously. Sewer,
831,444.
that's a big decrease. So 331,775.
And a bunch of that is debt,
Okay.
correct?
The debt significantly dropped from 26 to 27.
You sure this isn't Jamie looking at actual usage?
326K to like 76K roughly.
That's a big difference.
So that was a big portion of it.
All right, do we have a motion on our sewer department budget at $831,444?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, so the sewer department budget is passed unanimously.
All right, the CATV you've already done.
Yep.
I would ask for a motion from this committee that for the budget, the FY27 operating budget, that we have a motion of, I want to pull it out, of 38,157,162.
Which is balanced.
Yeah, but you want them to approve the revenue number?
No, we don't vote on that.
That's the revenue number you're using. I mean, 156, 351.
Is it? On the bottom.
That's the budget, right?
No, that's the revenue number. The
Oh,
budget's
yeah.
38,156, 351.
And that has to be done. I'm sorry, 38,156, 351. That has
I'll
to
make a
be
motion
done.
to accept the town budget for 2027 at 38,156,351. With the
Second.
understanding that it's balanced.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Yeah, see, it's right there.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone
That
opposed?
was the motion.
Okay, we have
in the revenue number.
general fund
This is the, we checked that.
budget
You don't
passed
put the
unanimously.
revenue number to the motion.
Put that number in there.
Maybe Darren.
Oh, he's an attorney. He doesn't care.
So we gotta do just revenue?
No, he said we don't vote on that.
Oh, okay.
That's a projection.
We all set?
Mm-hmm.
You
All
tell
right.
us.
Article 17, which is the fire repair, there's new
Sit
language
there.
from town council. Because you've done all the other articles, correct?
You've done most of them, yeah. I don't think there was too many that we didn't cover.
I thought you covered them all.
There were a couple you had.
Other than the budget ones, which the golf, sewer, and the operating budget, and you just did that.
The collective bargaining, we didn't
You
touch
relabeled.
those.
The collective bargaining, I told you,
Yeah.
I think I told you, it's included in the warrant, but it will not be voted on by the selectmen until the day of town meeting if the contracts pass
Yep.
or get negotiated.
So 17 was the only one we didn't.
Well, you voted on it, but now it's changed.
Okay, so we're gonna vote on the change. Okay.
What was the original number?
17, transfer of funds for repair and maintenance, I think.
It was, I think it's just the naming of the fund has changed, right?
Yeah,
The amount has stayed the same.
correct.
Okay, so,
Article 17 was EMS reserve receipts account, 25, for the purpose of establishing reserve fund for the repairs and maintenance.
Yep.
That's the one,
Yep.
okay. just
Now it's to see if the town will vote to transfer from the EMS reserved receipts account the amount of $25,000 for the purpose of repair and maintenance of department vehicles, equipment, facilities, and associated equipment, or take any other action thereon or in relation thereto. It took out the creation of a new special fund and put it just in general language. Town council advised that as far as the language. Otherwise, he said it would be a specialized stabilization account, and he wasn't sure that would pass DOR muster.
We spoke with the fire chief earlier today about this.
And he's fine with it.
And it could also mean harder to get the funds out of unless it met some more specific criteria. So,
okay, so do we have a motion to accept Article 17 as read by Mr. Kelly?
So moved.
With the amendment.
So moved.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, Article 17 passes unanimously. And so that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
All right, well,
Huh? That was the only one change. Other than the
pretty sure that's
collective
it.
bargaining that the board refused to
We did
vote.
all of them.
Jamie, Adam, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, kudos to you guys for doing a great job getting us to this point. Also, I'd like to thank our Board of Selectmen
Yes.
for the hard work that they put in.
Well,
I know,
I call your
I know Ri-
attention to the chair.
I know Ryan's new, and I know how much work Kevin puts in. A lot of hours, crunching the numbers. And I know Bob does a lot of work as well. Kudos to Bob for handling the social media stuff that way he does, because I've seen he does a lot. To his credit, I don't know how he does it, but he's a gentleman and very well spoken, and handles himself very well.
I would say that I call the committee's attention to the actual budget team, which was Adam, Jamie Lynn, Kevin and myself, and also the finance folks from the Treasurer Collector's Office who are a resource.
Everybody, it's really a collaborative effort by all the departments. Like we said before, if the departments weren't cooperative the way they were, then we wouldn't be sitting here saying we had a balanced budget. So, and this will be the last time that we have the opportunity to do this with Mr. Kelly.
Hopefully.
Unless
We've been saying that for a year.
maybe we should bring you back for like a roast or something, right? Maybe we
Just a
can roast
contract.
you.
Contract for one day at the end of the next
Yeah.
budget meeting.
Like the Patriots.
Yeah, he's gonna retire. He needs to have a plaque, and he's,
A jacket.
there you go.
Well, considering awards and a jacket, I think the committee should congratulate one of their members on an award
Yes.
from her
Yes.
professional organization on a
Congratulations.
statewide award.
I wasn't aware. What, I didn't see it. What is going on?
So, at this year's annual conference for MASBO, Mass Association of School Business Officials, I was chosen as one of 2, I believe, recipients of the Friend of MASBO Award. So, it's recognizing school business officials who provide assistance and collaboration to their fellow school business officials and also their districts.
Oh, congratulations.
And you're
Congratulations.
nominated by your peers. I
So
was
Christian
fortunate to be
is a
recognized by a Cape Cod
mentor
official.
of all mentors.
That's awesome.
Well,
And
listen, you've been invaluable this year,
Yes.
deep diving into the school. I know last year you wanted to be more behind the scenes quiet, but
Absolutely. I think one of
Thank
the
you, Mr.
best
Kelly.
one of the best things decisions I've ever made since I've been on the chair of this committee is getting you on our committee. You've been a tremendous asset to us in helping us understand the complexities of the school department budget, because it is complex, and
It
we
is.
just saw
It
that
certainly is.
recently
Mhm.
this past week with the email, your questions. Excellent work.
Thank you.
Excellent
Thank
work.
you. And thank you. And I do have to say that, each school's budget is different. So what may look like something that's, I don't understand about a budget, it might be quite reasonable once the explanation is made behind the scenes, because it is very complex and there are a lot of factors that go into the school budget. I mean, we say, we're not budgeting for, pens and pencils and, technology. It's a really complex, and it gets,
Yeah.
just like towns, departments, it gets more difficult.
And from
It gets more difficult every single year.
And from what I've seen, I think the school business manager, Aldo Petronio, I think he does give us a good explanation of what's going on. So, kudos to him. I thank him for that. I don't think there's any minutes.
No minutes.
There's no minutes, right? So,
So if
I-
Eric's
I-
not here, who's gonna do
no,
it?
well, I don't want to, not done yet, not done yet. So under, we'll call it old business, I guess. I think we have an announcement from one of our members. Do you want to speak to that?
So this will be my last year on the board. I attended my resignation as of June 30th because I'm moving out of town. So it's been a pleasure working with all you. It's a little bittersweet, but we have a very strong team here, and I think guiding this town's future financially, town's in really good hands. We have a lot of really good people here. So
you and I started at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss you, bud.
yeah, we miss you too. We miss you cooking.
You can still come by for a free meal.
Oh well,
You'll have them every night.
And it was a pleasure working with you, Jamie, through all these years. You're definitely one of the best TAs this town's had in a long time. So
I appreciate that.
it's been a pleasure.
Yes, it's been a pleasure, and
Don't be a stranger.
I will not be in the office to have you haunt me in the hallway, but.
Well, I won't be walking the hallways anymore, so guess
Yeah.
what? We can go out together.
Don't change your cell phone number.
That's right, I get that.
Is it a town-issued cell phone?
No, I was happy at some point to provide a reference.
Yep.
Yeah, and also I'd like to thank each of the committee members here for putting in the time and effort. I mean, everybody is very valuable to this committee, and hopefully we can continue doing this for a bit longer, right, Sue? It's
Yeah, nice to hear.
we're not committing to anything, but it's getting we've done it a long time. And
How long?
I'm not making
How
any
long
amendments,
can you
yeah.
roll quarters, Sue?
But it is
No.
bittersweet to see Eric go.
It is.
You've been a valuable asset to the committee,
Thank you.
and
been a good friend.
You know,
Yes,
where-
committee.
Mhm.
Wherever you go, get involved in whatever city or town you're at.
Well,
I'll give you a recommendation, okay?
I also want to thank him for helping me flip burgers at the COA.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to wear
Did
many
that a couple of
hats.
years. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did that a couple of years as a volunteer with the town. Still will be maintaining my EMA membership, but we're cutting back quite a bit because obviously different towns. So.
Yep.
You know, but, and also give an opportunity, anybody else. There's a lot of complaining on social media about what this town's doing or not doing. Well, now I strongly encourage anybody like David Warner before us, look, put up or shut up and step forward and serve your community and do something good for this town, instead of sitting there on social media and being keyboard warriors. So I don't know, I'll end my little speech with that one.
Just can't be a big spender, that's all. Gotta throw that in there.
Uh-huh.
All right, does anybody have any new business to discuss? No new business? All right, so our next meeting, should we schedule a meeting an hour prior?
Tentatively,
So for 6 o'clock, an hour before the town meeting at 7 PM
in case
on the
there is a
29th, just in
contract.
case there's something settled. So we'll plan on meeting an hour before at the Ford Middle School Library, 6 PM, June 29th. All right, that being said,
Motion to adjourn.
is there a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Good night.